It may pay off.
Are we having fun yet?
I just want to take some time and talk about our boy Brian Wright. He is a gambler, okay? I was just looking back at some of his old comments just after this past draft, and man, it is totally what we've discussed in the past. And if you're wondering what direction the San Antonio Spurs are going in, just know that we are placing our bets. So let's go ahead and look into this article. I know you guys probably seen this before, but I think it's fine to look over it again. So this is July 31st, and it says Brian Wright's post-draft interview gave a window into the future of the franchise, because a lot of us are still questioning what direction are the Spurs going in at this point. And I really do believe that this season still is kind of a, let's just wait and see. Anybody that steps up, well, you'll stay on the roster. Anyone that doesn't, you're gone. So let's go ahead and see what he had to say. He said, in every draft, you pursue opportunities, moving up, moving down. So this is just basically everyone that was questioning Josh Primo going at 12. I think at this point, like looking back, all of us are kind of cool with it. Like, I don't think anybody's really like arguing against Josh Primo now. Like, we kind of love him. So we'll just skip that one. He talks about Josh development timeline will be Josh development timeline. So a lot of us that are questioning the Spurs when it comes to him going to the G League, just know that this was the plan all along. I know that there's this kind of weird thing going on where everyone just blames Pop for every single thing, but this was actually like the front office decision. Like, this wasn't just a necessarily like, oh, it's just Pop. Like, obviously when you're on the NBA roster, Pop gets to dictate who plays and who doesn't while they're on his roster. But when it comes to Josh Primo's development, it was always the case that he was going to go to the G League and that he was going to develop. I'm still of the notion that he's going to play his way out of the G League. But look, just know that this was kind of due to happen anyway. But basically, he's just saying there's no pressure from the Spurs. So overall, he's just saying, look, we're not trying to push him or force him into any NBA games. Even if you're looking at the people that were drafted around Josh Primo, it's not like they're playing like exceptionally well. Not really. And keep in mind that Josh Primo also wasn't a lottery pick. He wasn't supposed to be a lottery pick. But with that being said, let's go ahead and scroll down. Let's see. We want to continue to add shooting. We also need to be bigger, solidified. Now, we know what happened after this. Obviously, they went and got Doug McDermott. They got Jock Landale. We still need to reap the benefits of that. And they got Thad. They did get bigger. So Zach Collins. I think Zach Collins is the big one. I think the Spurs are really waiting to see what they have in Zach Collins before they make any drastic moves. Because what if you get Zach Collins, he gets injured, and now you're like without any defensive big other than Yakov. But Drew Eubanks doing well defensively as well, but I digress on that. So he's going to scroll down. It was one in particular I wanted to focus on. This one was out about DeMar. We know what happened with that. That doesn't matter. This is the big one. All right. This is where I'm saying this man is a gambler. Okay. He says best player available, best potential long-term ceiling. Some keep targets we wanted to hit, versatility, shooting, and we think we hit on both of those. So basically all he's trying to say is that, look, you don't have to be NBA ready. Like, we can get a player. We don't care whether or not he can jump straight into the NBA. We just care about what's going to happen in the future. Is he going to end up being a superstar talent? Does he have the potential to do so? We kind of saw the Spurs front office going in that direction, even when it came to Luka Samanic, that is. And yeah, he just didn't put forth the effort, really. That was kind of the biggest thing. But potential-wise, it's there. And they're doing the same thing here with Joshua Primo and with any future picks that we go ahead and grab. Honestly, I think Joe Weezy is a really good example of somebody that might be a little more NBA ready, but obviously he's a little bit older than Josh Primo too. But as far as them getting their first round picks in, yeah, they definitely wanted to go after a guy like, look, biggest potential ceiling, someone who could be a superstar in the future. Because let's just be honest, if you're the San Antonio Spurs, dude, you're not getting anybody big in free agency, like at all. Okay. You're going to get like role players. You're going to get veterans. You're going to get people like that, but you're not going to get somebody who can be like the solid piece to your franchise going forward unless you build it from the ground up. And that's what they're going to try to do with Josh Primo. So this just kind of some insight going forward. I think that going into drafts, we need to look at it a little differently as far as what the Spurs are going to go for, what they're going to grab. We just need to keep in mind they're going to go with whoever is best available. But with that being said, I do want to ask this question. And this is a question I do have about this. So obviously they're going to pick the best player available, right? Best potential long-term. If we end up in a situation where we're getting the 12th pick again, okay, let's just say like pick 5 to 12, right? If we're in that range again this season or in this off season going into the draft, is this 100% true? Is it really the best player available, or is it the best player available that's also a Spurs minded player? You get what I'm saying? Because the Spurs have not missed. Okay, they haven't missed. I haven't seen the Spurs missed. All right, but there are some people that we've seen that could have potentially had the most potential, but they didn't really fit the Spurs mold. I'm totally cool with getting guys that fit the Spurs mold only because I know that in the long term we'll be able to trust them. If your name isn't Kawhi Leonard or Uncle Dennis. But with that being said, I do question that. Like, is it really the best player available, or is it the player that fits the Spurs more that's also the best player out of that group to come? You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope I make sense when I say that, but that is something that I question. But overall, man, yeah, he's a gambler. I'm with it. I like it. And I think that we're definitely going to reap the benefits of that soon enough. So with that being said, look, man, keep doing what you're doing. What the heck? Here we go. Keep doing what you're doing. I actually do like what Brian Wright is doing, and I think that in the future we're definitely going to reap the benefits of it. So you guys, if you want to support the channel, I've said this before, all you have to do is just go to the Patreon link below. It's only $2 per month if you guys want to support. Thank you so much for supporting just by watching the videos. It really means a lot to me, guys. We're getting really close to 5K. Why are you subscribed? I'll keep with you guys later, man. Until next time, deuces.